Hey guys, what's up? So we continue with our polity series, and I've already done with the introductory part and the preamble. Since you guys showed an awesome response by liking the video and commenting on it, so keep doing that. Like and comment on the videos so that I can know that you are liking the video. Otherwise, there is no other interface for us to interact. The feedback is extremely crucial. Like most of the other democracies, this is a real democracy where your participation is the sole determinant of which video will be made. Anyways, so this deals about the schedules of India. This will be the part one because there are 12 schedules, so I had to make part two videos for it. So this is presented by me, and this is the YouTube channel An Academy. So something about me, you can read more about me. This is the things, and you can read more about me on my Facebook page. That is facebook.com/my name romansanyu.official. Do like the page, do like the video, do like the channel, do share it as much as you can, because you don't have to be greedy. This is education and it should be completely free for all those who can't afford it. So please make sure you spread the word. Then you can message me your query. I'll reply as soon as possible. So what are schedules? Why do we need schedules? Why they are not part of constitution? Are they part of constitution? Why are they not included in the constitution itself? See, they are the list, okay, which categorize and tabulate bureaucratic activity and policy of the government. So in one line, if I want to say what are schedules, so this is the definition of schedules. They are long list, arduous, painful list. So if they are in the part of constitution, what happens is our constitution is the lengthiest constitution in the world. You must be knowing it by now. So it becomes more lengthy because it's more than 100-page document, and print is very small, not like this print which you are seeing right now. It's very small print which you need to see by only by a magnifying glass. So anyway, they are kept separate because to decrease the bulk of the constitution, but they are very much part of the constitution. This is also important. They are extremely important because they are part of constitution. Originally they were 18 number when constitution came into force on 1950, 26 January. Now they are 12. How they are 12, I'll see. The four constitutional amendment acts which they are. First is the first constitutional amendment act 1951. It was related to panchayati raj abolition. No judicial review can be done. If a law is capped in this field, there can be no judicial scrutiny. So this was the ninth schedule. The 10th schedule added by Rajiv Gandhi, anti-defection law. 52nd Amendment Act 1985. The 11th Constitutional Amendment Act, that is 11th schedule, got added by the Panchayati Raj in the 73rd, and the 74th Constitutional Amendment Act added municipality, that is 1992, the 12th schedule. So total there are 12 schedules. Anyway, moving forward, so since we rhyme a lot, if you have not seen my video, do check out the memory aids wala video. Anyways, so since one is sun, so just imagine that sun is shining on all the corners of India, from Jammu and Kashmir to Kanyakumari, from Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh, and imagine suddenly it starts melting the territory boundary, and they dissolve, and our map just vanishes away from the globe, and entire earth gets dissolved. So it's related to territory. So the territory of states and union territories of India will be the first schedule. Two issue. So imagine all the eminent people, judges of the High Court, president, vice president, and comptroller, auditor general. They are standing speakers and to receive their salaries, but somehow they got their salary in a shoe, because there was no other container to contain. And some when the cash counters were closed, other people started throwing shoe at them. Since shoe, so shoe will remember salary, salaries too. So second will be related to emoluments, privileges, and salaries of eminent personalities. Then three is tree. So every oath taker is holding an olive branch taken from olive tree. Then they are drinking olive tea and applying olive oil while they are taking oath. So it's a kind of a funny picture. So you'll remember three is tree. So three is related to oath and affirmations. Then four is boar. So people are sitting on a boar and they are fighting to increase their state share in Rajya Sabha. So four is related to allocation of seats of Rajya Sabha and union territories, and the allocation of states and union territories in Rajya Sabha. Five is hive. So just remember, tribal people have out of food, they have no food left, so they are eating honey, but somehow they got stung in their hands. So the the autonomous regions of tribes, they are by the fifth schedule. It's related to tribal advisory council plus pesa, panchayat extension to scheduled area. Then six is sticks. Their thieves are looting the ATM machine. ATM. So remember ATM machine, Assam, Tripura, Meghalaya, and Mizoram. And the guard is only has a thin stick to beat them up. So it's kind of a funny picture. So you remember all of six of them, and 100%. It's not possible to forget the schedules after this. Anyway, I'll start with the first schedule. So this is the first schedule. We go by it. So the part 1 will includes name of the states and their territorial jurisdiction. Earlier there were 28. Recently 29th state has been added. That is the Telangana state. It conclude details regarding law and which act is determining which state boundary, etc. And they deal with article 1 to 4. Then we also have a part 2 which includes names of union territory and their extent till where they are spread. So that is also extremely important. So which are the union territories? Delhi is there, Andaman Nicobar Islands, Daman and Diu, Lakshadweep. You know, when Delhi is since independence, Andaman Nicobar Islands also since independence, Daman and Diu recent addition in 1987. Lakshadweep is there. Then Puducherry was added in 1960s when France we got it from France, that is Pondicherry, Karikal, Mahe and Yanam combined Puducherry. Chandigarh is 1966, Dadar and Nagar Haveli also in 1960s. So this is the first schedule. The second schedule, these are the articles which it deals with: 59, 65, 75, 97, 125, 148, 158, 164, 186, 221. Since you are, if you are proficient with Constitution, you should be knowing half of them. But if you don't know, absolutely fine. No need to remember these articles. But there is the provisions are related to emoluments. Remember, to issue, they are collecting their salaries in shoes. Emoluments, privileges, allowance, and so on of President of India, governors of all the states, Speaker and Deputy Speaker of Lok Sabha and the Legislative Assembly in states, then chairman and deputy chairman of Rajya Sabha and legislative councils in states, judges of Supreme Court, High Court, and Comptroller Auditor General. See, these schedules are very important because many MCQs will be asked from them. And then the official residence of judges without pay, then vice president or any other person who is acting as a president will act as salary president. See, if president is ill, then vice president is the president. If vice president is also ill, then chief justice is the then any of the judges. So this is the precedence which goes on in becoming a president. Then any person who is acting as a governor got the salary of governor, as simple as that. So we start with the third schedule. Third schedule deals with the form. What is the difference between oath versus affirmation? Many people have asked me this question. Just remember, A is for atheist, as simple as that. So those who do not believe in God or are uncomfortable taking a so help me God wala oath, so they do a solemn declaration because they can't take oath. Oaths are taken by theists in the name of gods. So they are taken by union minister and state minister. They are taken by MPs, MLAs, and MLCs. Also very important, candidates who are electing for parliament or for the state and legislature. And then they are taken by judges of Supreme Court, High Court, and Comptroller Auditor General of India. Then we have the fourth schedule. It deals with, see, there are 245 seats in Rajya Sabha. All are indirect election except the 12 nominations. Is that understood? So 233 are indirect election, 12 are nomination in the field of arts, science, literature, and social service by the president. Do not include cooperative here. Cooperative is included in the nomination of MLCs because cooperative is a state subject. They are very trivial things, but they come with experience, you know why. So the nomination occurs from arts, science, literature, and social service. So Sachin Tendulkar was taken from arts. See, so the Goa, Sikkim, and Pondicherry, the purpose of this table is not that you remember each and every state with their number of seats in Rajya Sabha. It's absolutely worthless. Just remember that to have an idea that Uttar Pradesh have 31, and the bigger states like Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, West Bengal have 16, 19, 18, Karnataka 12, and smaller, all the northeast state have 1 except Assam, which has 7. Then the newly formed Telangana has 7. Then Goa, Sikkim, Puducherry has 1. Then Delhi has 3. So just remember that only 2. The question will come, which of the following 2 union territories have representation in Rajya Sabha? Answer is Puducherry and NCT. It's as simple as that. So please remember the trend, it helps a lot. So they can also ask which 2 states have same representation in Rajya Sabha. Answer can be Odisha, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, etc. So you got the point. Anyway, moving forward. So fifth schedule is a very important schedule. This does conclude major area of states like Rajasthan, MP, Chhattisgarh, and 9, 10 more areas. But it has minor autonomy. Major autonomy is best the sixth schedule. So it includes the provisions which are relating to administration. This is very important. Administration of scheduled area. So what is a scheduled area? The definition is given in Article 244(1). This is what we call a scheduled area. A governor can or cannot include an area in scheduled areas by a notification. Also includes scheduled tribes. It excludes ATM money. ATM is Assam, Tripura, Meghalaya, and Mizoram. They are included in sixth schedule. What is mandatory? The governors have to give an absolutely mandatory report to the president regarding the administration of scheduled areas. So this is extremely important. Then there is PESA. What is PESA? Panchayat's extension to the Scheduled Areas Act 1996. Definition of scheduled areas taken from Article 244 subclause 1, and the provisions are to make it resemble the sixth schedule. This is very important. So fifth schedule has very minor autonomy, so we want it to be like a sixth schedule. So it defines a village which is a group of habitations or hamlets. It comprise a community, and they manage its affairs in accordance with traditions and customs. They will have a gram sabha. What is a gram sabha? All the electoral people, that is who are above 18 and their name is registered in the electoral roll, constitute gram sabha, as simple as that. So Gram Sabha will preserve the traditions, customs, cultural identity, community resources, and the customary mode of dispute resolution. So we want them to resolve their disputes by their own methods. We want them to live happily in their own rules and regulations. We do not want to impose rules from our side, because that will hamper their development and their integration into the mainstream. So Gram Sabha should have to give prior approval of all plans and projects for socio-economic development of that region, which are taken by government, let's say MGNREAS or any NRHM or something like that. So before implementation by panchayats, they have to identify beneficiaries for, let's say, MGNREGS, any poverty alleviation program, NRHM, etc. Gram Sabha and panchayats are to be consulted before any land acquisition. Other normal land acquisition laws are not valid in scheduled areas for any purpose. The planning and managing of minor water bodies is done by them. Minor forest produce is also done by them. Minor mineral mining licensing is also given by GSP. So GSP is Gram Sabha slash panchayat. So what are the special powers to GSP? They can regulate sale, consumption of intoxicants. They can also ban the consumption of intoxicants. Ownership of minor forest produce is among them. Minor forest produce includes fruits, vegetables, and medicinal production, whatnot. Then they have the power to prevent alienation of the land, that is, their land cannot be forcibly taken away from them. They have to manage village markets. They have to manage what is called as money lending, because what they do is they in-depth the tribal people. It's a very sad story, but they in-depth the tribal people and they force them to sell their lands. This is an extremely sad story. That is why this act was instituted. An institution working in social sectors, they all have to be taken care by the GSP. Then there is a reservation at every panchayat, which shall be in proportion to the population of communities. This is only in scheduled areas, of course. So minimum 50% members have to be scheduled tribes, even if the community has less of them, and 100% reservation of scheduled tribes for chairpersons in panchayats. So there is also provision of tribal advisory council. There are 20 members, out of which 15 or more has to be from MLAs who are STs, MLAs and MLCs who are STs. In case if there are no MLAs or MLCs who are ST, or they are less than that, then what happens is they can be taken from other member of the tribes only, but they have to be STs. Then paragraph 4 of the 5th schedule gives the provision of tribal. So what they do is they advise on such matters for welfare and advancement of the scheduled tribes in the state, as they can be called by governor. Then the tribes advisory council has been constituted in 9 scheduled areas. So this is very, very important, plus the 2 non-scheduled areas. So governor can actually constitute a TAC in non-scheduled area also. So this is a very important question which people miss. Example, in Tamil Nadu and West Bengal, there are not much tribal population, yet they do not come under the 5th schedule, yet they have tribal advisory council. So they will ask why. Because governor can do under his power in the 5th schedule. So the other states where major tribal population are Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, Himachal, Odisha, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, and Jharkhand. Please remember their name. They are 9 plus 2. So MLAs, MLCs who are from scheduled tribes shall be 3/4 of the total members, which are 20 in tribal advisory council. So this culminates part 5, schedule 5, and we move on to schedule 6. So this is applicable only to ATM machine. What is ATM machine? That is Assam, Tripura, Meghalaya, Mizoram, because they have large majority of tribal population. Then they have major autonomy. The power of governor is very, very insignificant here as compared to other areas. The provisions are related to administration of tribal areas and state of ATM money. They deals with article 244 and 275. They are the keywords: autonomous district, autonomous regions, which are governed by district council and regional council. Elections happen more than 18 years. Direct elections happens by the local electorate. This is extremely detail oriented. This is 6 scheduled in like 50 pages, so do not go through it. I have read it and I just remember the points that governor and state government have significantly limited powers and have large majority. What the governor do is he decides the composition of district and regional councils, and he allocate the seats there, and he can change whenever he want by notification. He can include an area in this scheduled area under 6 scheduled, and he can also delimited the territorial constituencies. Then what are the powers which are given to them? The autonomous councils, that is the district and regional council. They can allot occupation or use of land in both agriculture as well as non-agriculture purpose to promote the interest of inhabitants of any village or town. This is very important. They have to think in the interest of inhabitants. because they are largely drawn from them, so they have to think in their interest only. Then they have to manage any forest which is not a reserved forest. This is important. Reserved forest are under IFS officers, and use of any canal or water course. Okay. Then they have to regulate what is called as zoom cultivation, which is also called as shifting cultivation. Many of you have heard it's called as slash and burn cultivation. It decreases the productivity of soil, so it has to be regulated. Then the establishment of village or town communities and the deciding their powers, then health, then administration of the village, then the police, then sanitation, then the succession of chiefs or headmen, inheritance of property, marriage, divorce, social customs, where the penalty is not much. Most of these things are decided by them. So can you see the magnitude of the power which is devolved on them? So anyway, village councils, courts, trials and rulings are also done according to the native customs. Then district council may establish, construct or manage primary schools, dispensaries, markets, ferries, roads, waterways. So anything under the sun, most of the thing under the sun can be done by district and regional councils. Then they even can collect taxes. This is the like the most important. They can have revenue also. They have to collect tax and revenues. Why? Because अगर इतना सब कुछ बनवा रहे हो, public school, primary school, dispensary, markets, etc. So they have to tax something, right, to get the revenue to run, to get things going. Taxes on profession, trade, callings, employments, animals, vehicles, boats, and on the entry of goods into a market for sale therein, and tolls on passengers and goods which are carried in ferries, maintenance of schools, dispensary roads, etc., etc., etc. Major thing, they can give license for mineral extraction. That is, license cannot be given without their permission. And the most important thing, they have a separate expenditure in annual financial statement. Those of you who do not know what is annual financial statement, it is also called as budget in local language. And the autonomous district have the separate thing. Plus it can be, governor can include or remove autonomous district as he wishes. So guys, this was the first 6 schedules of the, if you like the video, do hit the like button, that is a thumb, and do comment in the comment section below. If you like, if you want any advice, if you want to thank me for making this video or anything like that, whatever, if you want me to make some other video, if you found a problem in it, so do comment on my page, that is facebook.com/romansaini.official, and also on the videos link. Do spread the word like wildfire. Don't be greedy, please. There are many people who don't know that they exist and they cry for help in those remote corner. Only internet is available and nothing else. So it is time for little revolution in education. So anyways, thank you for watching the video. This is the YouTube channel and academy. This is the Facebook page romansaini.official. Follow me on Twitter at my Twitter handle at romansaini. Do like, share and subscribe. You all take care, take of it granted. Do not take it for granted. Thank you for watching the video.